for sharing that insight. Please stay with us as we come back to you. And now we stay on this topic as Israel's offensive in Gaza City continues. Videos and reports coming in from the enclave show Palestinians fleeing the city. Some in transit, others sheltering in makeshift camps. This comes after Israel issued a final call for residents to evacuate as its military operation expands in the north. According to reports, Israel has told the population of Gaza City to head south as it mounts one of the biggest offensives of the war this month, vying to root out Hamas fighters in what it says are their last base stations in Gaza's biggest urban area. The United Nations estimates that about 600,000 to 700,000 people are still inside Gaza City, after up to 400,000 fled in the past few weeks as Israeli forces had advanced, destroying buildings in their path. Let's now take a look at what a displaced Palestinian from Jabalia has said.
عشان الصيف بنضلها دبان وشوب وغير هيك فيش فراش الأولاد على الأرض بتناموا بصحوا من الفجر ما بيصدقوا النهار يطلعوا ويروحوا على البحر من شدة الشوب والحرارة بصحوا يقولوا لهم ماما بدنا ناكل إيش في أكل مش عارفين إيش نعمل زهقنا من الليل هاي شوف كيف الفراش ما فيش يعني منفس كله شوب تقول إحنا قاعدين في وادي غير صالح للسكن هذا طفل إيش ذنبه ينقطع من الحليب إيش ذنبه يعيش العيشة هيك عيشة إنه طفل لسه عمره 4 شهور ويصير عنده سوء تغذية يعني مين ما شاف الولد بيحكي لي قد ايه عمره كم عمره بيحزن عليه انه يصير حلول لانه سنتين يعني ايش بحكي لك اللي استشهد اللي مات هو اللي ارتاح احنا كل يوم بنموت.
Now we welcome back Aaron Levarko. He's an Israeli journalist, joins us live from Netanya, Israel. Thank you very much, Aaron, for staying with us. Now, since Israel has asked the Palestinians to flee to south, can you tell us, for our viewers and us, can you tell us how far is it and is it smooth for them to flee to where in the south that they are supposed to be going?
Well, obviously it's a mess. It's a very horrible thing that Hamas has created on October the 7th, and I'm not going to candy coat the situation. This is all because of October the 7th. Hamas waged a war on us. Let's not forget an army of about 5,000, 6,000 terrorists crossed over our borders early morning, and they massacred 1,200 of our people, and they kidnapped 250 of our people. They waged a war on us, and we have been trying to take out these terrorists. As a reminder, Hamas are breaking all international laws by firing at us. They've continued to fire, and they still continue to fire from civilian places, which according to international law, wherever they fire from, that means that the other side have the right to retaliate. Now, we don't want to kill the Palestinian people, so we are asking them to move, and we are trying to help move them. And it's a tragedy. It's a mess. It's almost like the analogy of a doctor having to surgically remove something deep within, but to do that he has to open up and dig deeper, and it's a very messy, bloody situation, and that's the situation here. So no, it's not easy. It's it's been a long, hot summer, and many of these people's homes have been destroyed, and it's a tragedy. This war is a tragedy, and it will continue to be until either Hamas has been eliminated or, as Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu have said, hand back our hostages, we will let you leave, and we will not assassinate you in the countries where you flee to. They have an option. today, right this second, the war could be over and these people will not have to leave. So that's the situation, and it's really in Hamas's hands. And if they don't make the right decisions, then this will continue until they are eliminated and the threat of Israel has been taken out of the way.
And Alon, thank you for sharing that. Are people in Israel optimistic about reaching a deal or are they optimistic about getting their families, hostages
No.
back?
No, they are not. I'm very sad to say. Hamas have hardened their hearts time and time again. The mood is that they're not going to agree. I hope we are wrong. I hope Hamas agrees. Then the war's over. Our hostages will, our captives will come home to their families and put an end to this nightmare. But like I said, we're not very optimistic. Hamas are a very stubborn guerrilla warfare terror organization. But let's hope. There is always hope, but the time is running out. Donald Trump has given them a time limit. And but I wish I could say we're optimistic, but you never know. Let's hope.
And you mentioned that they're pessimistic, or is many people are pessimistic. So what's next if this hostage deal or this deal that's in the table now is not reached?
Yeah. Well, actually, firstly, I didn't actually use the word and say Israel is pessimistic. I'm basically just saying we're not optimistic based on the history of Hamas, where they'll say one thing and then they'll change their mind, or they will put something on the table that's just totally unrealistic. So, and that crushes any form of optimism. Listen, we've got let's say 10, maximum 20 living captives that are still being held. We've got to be optimistic. We've got to, we can't let go of that hope. Now, if Hamas does not agree, if this war continues, well, it's very clear what's going to happen is that Israel will continue to drop leaflets to the Palestinian people telling them to move south, to get out of harm's way, which, by the way, is proof that this is not a genocide, right? That's clear proof. If it was a genocide, then we wouldn't drop leaflets. We would just go in and slaughter everyone. So any accusation of genocide is just nonsense. But we will continue to drop leaflets. We will continue to warn people to get out. And then we will use our military intelligence to root out all of the Hamas operatives and soldiers. And we believe that there's approximately still about 3,000, up to 3,000. And a lot of them are not seasoned senior Hamas fighters. They are new. They've joined up. So they're not the most trained and expert soldiers. However, they are an organization that are willing to die for their beliefs and their cause. And that's a very difficult war to play with and to fight with. So if they refuse to hand over the hostages and agree to leave Gaza, this will go on and it will probably continue to be a bloody battle. And the Palestinian people who are not involved with using weapons, they will continue to suffer because of Hamas's hardness and refusal to give up the captives and leave.
And Alon, if you can tell us, since we know that some of Hamas leaders were killed while in negotiations in Doha, so who is making decisions for this ceasefire now or this agreement now in Hamas? Do they have like a particular person? Do they have a proper leadership?
Well, it's actually not fully confirmed who was taken out and who was not taken out. Of course, Mahmoud Abbas, the Palestinian Authority leader, who is not a part of Hamas, he's the recognized political leader of the Palestinian people. But directly dealing with Hamas, they have a number of people in Doha. They have they are obviously going underground because of the threat on their lives, although Israel has promised that we will not strike them again in Qatar. So they are probably a small group of maybe up to 5, 10, 12, something like that. And they are running the shots. They are getting funded by the Iranians and by the Qataris. The Qataris themselves are actually funding them. So this is a very delicate issue, the leadership of Hamas, who have found a safe haven in Doha, Qatar. Of course, their lives were, some of them were spared, but Donald Trump has made it clear that he's put a program, a plan on the table, which practically all the Muslim Arab nations have agreed to. Turkey have agreed to it. Most of the international leaders have agreed to it, but Hamas have not agreed to it yet. We'll see. I think the next 24, 48 hours will be crucial. It's going to go one way or another, and I hope, along with most Israelis, that it will finish. It will be over with. We will get our captives home, and then we can start to build a future for the Palestinian people. And that also was put on the table, and that also was agreed to. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Alon, for joining us and sharing your insight throughout this topic and joining us in NewsX World. Now we move